Hey, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Happy Tuesday to you. Wow. Of course, this feels like a Monday because it was a holiday here yesterday. And I'm sure some of y'all didn't get any sleep per fireworks, right? The fireworks were insane, but we got a bit of a break here because there was a thunderstorm that swept through the great Midwest. And thanks to the thunderstorm, they finally had to stop. And then, of course, there was a few diehards that decided that they would just to keep it going. But I have to say, it wasn't as terrible as it was maybe, oh, I don't know, last year, was it? I think because we were, you know, uh, I guess locked down, or well, it wasn't last year, but the year before is when we were all pretty much stuck in the house. And yeah, so I want to say it was last summer. People were finally getting out, and I want to say the fireworks went on until like 4 a.m. to the wee hours of the morning, non-stop. So I think we caught a bit of a break yesterday. Some of us did not. Okay, so let me say hello to a few people. Also, thank you for what was that I just saw? Oh, Katie K. Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you ever so much for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Tuesday to you. Um, that was very nice to start off with. Knew I saw something out the corner of my eye. Okay, so hello to Lydia, Kenneth, Doug, Fancy, Sabrina, Dixon, Veronica Quick, Church Nelly, Rosa Roberts, Fancy, Orlando Morris. You say good evening. What time is it where you are? Wow. Okay. Well, good evening to you too. Okay. And yes, please, thumbs up. Thank you, Lydia. Alita Portress, Zenobia Wood, Veronica Quick, Maureen, uh, Denion. Okay. Thank you so much. And Nazuri Malkia. I love that. That's a very pretty name. Okay. Oh no. Let me see. I've been catching up with the latest. I haven't been feeling well. The heat is treacherous. Oh yeah. Well, I tell you, no, one of the things that I'm grateful for is air conditioning. I need it. Health wise is just good for me, and I really do need it. And if for anybody who doesn't have access to one, or some people cannot tolerate air conditioning because it causes, like, their arthritis to play up or something like that. But it's a blessing to have it. And one reason why I think I get a little, I guess, put off with people in the United States is that I know some very poor people who have air conditioning, cable, all of the trappings of the middle class, even though they are technically considered poor, I guess. But there's a few countries in this world where being poor is not really, poor, something like that. So, and that's not to say that you are necessarily. I'm just making a comment about, you know, how blessed we are in the United States that some people, or should I say, most people that I know that are, you know, have a low income. It's amazing the comforts that they have. So consider yourself blessed if you're one of those people. Um, and let's see, because yeah, that what do you call it? The weather, the heat, the heat. This is not the same kind of heat that we had in the summer of our youth. Global warming is real, and people are truly suffering. So, water, if it really gets bad, fill up the bathtub, take a cold shower. do anything to bring that body temperature down. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't for me. But yeah, today is a good day to feel blessed, isn't it? Every day is a good day to feel blessed, but today in particular, I think we should all feel very blessed, especially considering the shooting, the mass shooting yesterday. That was crazy. John Newbold said the Daily Express and Mrs. Stepford has been photographed. Oh, that thing. Yeah. I saw something about that. That the Stepford wife got her camera out again. That's interesting. Okay. All right. You blessed people. I am going to scroll all the way down to the beginning. I'm having like a little allergy thing myself. I don't know if that's from like all the gunpowder residue that was in the air from the fireworks, but oh, my sinuses. Okay. Got a new member, Bright Eyes PBMJ. Wow. Oh, why did that do that? Okay. Thank you so much for being a new member. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Tuesday to you. Okay. Lorna Williams says, I watched a special on PBS last night where over 700 people in Chicago died in a heat wave during Mayor Richard Daley's era. So sad. Oh, Lorna. Yeah, I remember that. The first thing he did was deny, deny, deny. Now Chicago is on the very cutting edge of green spaces. Planted Mayor Daley, I believe they say planted tens of thousands of trees in response to that terrible heat wave, and they have created more green spaces, especially the rooftop green spaces. Um, I don't want to like I guess, burden you with the details of it. But the thing is, cities have what they call a heat bubble, and the heat is trapped in all the infrastructure, the bricks, the concrete, anything that is hard and solid. Hard and solid objects hold that heat, and then it dissipates overnight. Anything that's hard and solid. Okay, it's been a while. It's been a while. You guys know I have eased up on but some hard solid objects may trap heat. I could not resist. But some hard solid objects may trap that heat and then it dissipates overnight. Yes, the heat dome. That's what I was trying to say, not the bubble, but the heat dome effect. Thank you so much for that. But yes, there's a heat dome effect that traps that heat and concrete jungle for sure. So like I said, something that's very hard and solid may so anyway, as I was saying, meanwhile, back at the Batcave, um, anyway, okay, let me stay serious about this. But so with all the denials that Mayor Daley had, one thing that you could not escape is just like people who try to deny the pandemic. There were so many more people that had died in that oh, however long the heat wave was. I think it was like 2 weeks or whatever. There were so many more people that had died compared to the year before that the coroner's office had to order a refrigerated truck for the overflow. A lot of these people had pre-existing conditions. Does that sound familiar? A lot of these people were older who rarely left their homes, and because they felt unsafe in their communities in some cases, their windows may have not been open since the Dodgers left Brooklyn. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it may have been a long time since their windows were opened. And um, the idea of having a organized cool off center where people would go to emergency rooms or shopping malls and or even one of the strategies they have now is that they will bring out a fleet of air conditioned buses and just park those in designated areas, like for instance outside of a retirement, a nursing home, or even a senior citizens apartment building or such, and then people can go out and cool off. So that is something that is the new strategy, is to create more green spaces which won't hold the heat. Um, like one thing I've experienced before is walking past say a park early in the morning on a hot summer day. You'll notice that there is a fog, there's a haze over the park. A cool breeze is blowing off of that green space. Whereas if you're walking past a parking lot, you feel the exact opposite. Not all the time, but sometimes. So that is why it's important to have more green spaces. So, um, yeah, thanks for bringing that up. About the concrete jungle creates the heat dome. Because that was the exact words I was looking for, and I could not think about it. And so, yeah, there's that. So, and as we are aging, we have to remember to take care of ourselves and each other, because we may get to that point where we are not aware that we have overheated. And some of us take medications that may cause us to, you know, become very ill very quickly. So, um, again, it's best to be aware of these things. So, good topic for us baby boomers. Uh, okay, so oh, you know what? I got to get my slides up. Speaking of baby boomers, I uh, I've had my mind slipped and I forgot to get my slides up. Okay, so that's easy to remedy. Chicago always has had extreme heat and cold. Yeah, they always say if you don't like the weather in Chicago, just wait. Just wait. It could change on a dime. All righty then. Let me see. Church Nelly. Oh, that's for Church Nelly. I'm going to stay out of that. Uh, let me see. Really is. I had no idea what that term meant. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys know I'm a bit of a nerd, and I like science and um, architecture, and I got a variety of topics that are my faves. Okay. Okay, so let's get to it then. Um, I know you guys that watched the Duchess of Success may have already seen this topic about the anti Meghan and Harry Twitter accounts mistakenly trolls Sussex NHS Trust. Um, so you guys tell me, Jack Royston. I don't know, is he good cop, bad cop? Not sure. I've read a few of his stories over the past maybe month or so, and he seems pretty balanced. I mean, and by saying balanced, he doesn't have to live inside of the Sussexes' pocket, but at the very least, as the Sussexes say, they just really want a fair deal. That's it. They don't want everybody to love them. They just want them to be fair. Um, and so anti Sussex, I'm sorry, anti Meghan Markle and Prince Harry Tritter use it. Did I just say Tritter? Oh my God, I'm talking like a Trenchtown guy. Tritter. See what I get for talking about him yesterday. One more time. Anti Meghan Markle and Prince Harry Twitter users appear to have mistakenly trolled mental health hospitals located in the area that gives the couple their royal titles, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Tweets, oh gosh, now I got a complex. Tweets targeted Sussex Partnership, NHS Foundation Trust, and our organizational unit within the Britain's National Healthcare Services in the county that is of Sussex. It has nothing to do with the couple's titles. Some tweets targeted a post about the organization's partnership with mental health texting service Shout. Shout. Where have I heard that before? Which is backed by Prince William and Kate Middleton. That's where I heard it before. That's that organization where they encourage people to text some of their most, I guess, sensitive, most secret, most, private emotions and feelings, and with the promise that it would go no further than that text, only to find out that some of these texts were actually were they sold to third parties, if I recall. That third parties were able to access these very private texts that obviously people in distress were seeking some help. Back in the old days, they used to have something called the crisis hotline. I actually worked at a crisis hotline some years ago, and everything was supposed to remain 100% anonymous, which, of course, back in those days, um, we had an 800 number, and we also had a local number. And, and of course, when people call in, you don't ask their name or anything like that. And you listen. You would also have like a book of resources. We didn't have computers. We had like a resource book, and you could put them in touch with mental health agencies and such. We also handled our share of runaways. And I did that for, oh, I don't know, 3 years maybe. I think I did that for about 3 years, and very interesting work. But I never thought that there would be a day where people would text stuff like that, and not to mention that those texts are should always be considered permanent, but still you have a responsibility. That information should never be shared with a third party, and that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, Shout got in a lot of trouble for that, and it proved to be embarrassing for the Cambridges. Which, to be fair, the Cambridges don't have a lot to do with any type of charity or organization that they're trying to support. They literally show up, give a little smile, a little wave, and then they leave. So you can't really say that they have much to do with it, but still, considering that your name is on it, the Sussexes would have had a greater input. The Cambridges, they just kind of show up and then they're gone. So, um, well, anyway, that happened. So next, you can see here one comment on July the 4th. Oh, I'm sorry. There's something all the way at the top there. The negative comment tagged Shout's official Twitter account as I'm sorry, as well as the Sussex Partnership one. One comment. Oh, is that continued from the other page? I guess it is. Sorry about that. One comment on July 4th read anything to do with them two lying scabs from America, then gets blocked now. Corruption attached to all the Meghan Markle touches. Another replied with a critical blog post about Meghan and Harry, only to be told they were not linked to Sussex Partnership. Duh. The account replied, yes, I see that now. Let's hope that they do not get taken in by the Sussex fraud. Harry and Meghan, who exploit organizations and charities in order to prop themselves up. Hashtag greed. This is a very, very sick individual. This is a very sick individual. I mean, this is a person that wakes up just looking for something to hate, just looking for hate, looking for anything, just trying to pull on any little thread, hoping that it will yield some earth shaking discovery that the Sussexes are hoarding pirates' treasures in their basement. And what were they expecting? This is what I don't understand. What did you think were going to happen? Um, well, we already know what they thought was going to happen. They thought that they were going to ruin the relationship between the Sussexes and whomever. That is the whole point. They want to ruin those relationships whenever possible. And the whole point, too, is to discourage people from wanting to work with them anyway. So, okay. Let's see. They are doing projection accusing Meghan and Harry of what the royal mafia are doing. Well, well, you know what? If anytime there's bags of money floating around, and you have courtiers and such handling that money, who knows? Some of it may have dropped on the floor, or how do you know what happens to it? I mean, that is something they should be outraged about, not just the association of Sussex County, the NHS, and the title, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The name Sussex has been around for quite some time, before the Sussexes were married, and um, whatever organizations or government bodies in the county of Sussex have been in operation for some time. So anything Sussex is just like waving what a red cape at a bull. You're just going to go on the attack. You're going to try to plow them down because you see the name Sussex. Does the name Sussex really trigger you that bad? So, yeah, I guess they are conditioning themselves to go on the attack simply if they see anything that says Sussex or may be attached to the Sussexes. Let's see. Joe Grubeck? Joe Grubeck? Baron, some of us are not boomers. Don't forget the forgotten generation Gen X. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yes, yes, that is true. That is true. I look at the demographics, and there's a overwhelming amount of baby boomers here, but yes, you are very right to correct me about that. There are some Gen Xers here. God bless you. You are our future. Please try to make sure you put me in a proper home. I'm trusting you to prop up the Social Security Fund. I'm trusting you. Please make sure that the Social Security will last well into my retirement. And thank you for your comment. Happy Tuesday to you. Denise Marcus says, so sad because if someone listens to this idiot, Russian charity could miss out on 1,000, what is that? $1,000? And that's that deranger wouldn't be able to make up for it. Obviously not. Let me see. And John Newbold says, back at again, couldn't find her lashes, so I have cut some hair from. Oh my. Okay, John Newbold, thank you for that. Uh, all right, thank you for that. Karen Warner says they are so ignorant. There are so many places that carry the Sussex name. In my country, there are places uh, with the name Sussex, right? Thank you for that, Karen Warner. Yeah, I mean, it's Especially on the East Coast. When you go to the East Coast, you'll find that there's lots of very Anglo sounding names. And as you go further into the Midwest, you'll find that there's a lot of French names. And when you go west, you find that there's a lot of Spanish names. And of course, from east to west, there's a mixture of all of those. But I do believe that there's got to be at least, I don't know, maybe 10 Sussex counties in the United States. The name Windsor is used a lot in the United States. Um, and then Hyde Park. There's Hyde Parks all over the country. So yeah, I mean, um, if you see anything Sussex, does that mean that you just go on the attack? That's so ridiculous. Um, Matter of fact, let me take a look. Sussex County, USA. See if there's any here. Huh. Okay. So, okay, there's a Sussex County, New Jersey. I can see that one easily. Sussex County, Virginia. Sussex County, Delaware. Okay, there's a few of them. See what I mean? So, are they going to go after those people? Are you going to take them on because they just happen to have the title Sussex? Is Sussex in America? Sussex County. Yeah, Sussex County. Well, looks like it is. Sussex County was formed in 1753, named for Sussex, England. The main economic activity are services and retail. Also important are mining, insurance, and agriculture. I mean, okay, be prepared for the derangers. They're going to come after you. They are going to come after you. Let's see. Robin Rogers says, Barron is beyond ridiculous. It's a level of ignorance that they display with no shame. Oh, you know what I think? Do you know what I think? I think that a lot of people sit around thinking that they're Murder She Wrote Jessica Fletcher. They think they're Jessica Fletcher, and that they are really putting together a case against Harry and Meghan. So yesterday, I actually I took a trip into the looking glass. I actually stepped into the looking glass and I was able to see some activity of a deranger, which was interesting. I can't really share the details of it, but well, actually, it was more than one deranger, but I had a chance to look at some activity from a deranger. It was so disturbing. Some of the threads that they were pulling upon and the cases that they were trying to build, as well as the attempt to try to alert people that the Sussex squad is doing this, that, or the other. Seriously, it was quite illuminating to see the lengths that some of those derangers will go through to try to suppress the Sussex squad, as though there's like this one leader of the Sussex squad. Um, for my own personal taste, I'm not a person that really is into organizations, and so um, when I realized that there was like no head of the Sussex squad, that we're all independent in our feelings and we're not a monolith, then that I can attach myself to. But if there's like this one person that is supposed to carry the weight of empire, so to speak, for the Sussex squad, that would be a big turnoff for me. But because we all act independently with a common goal, and that we all have our own way of expressing ourselves, well, then I can hitch my wagon to that. but if there was something else, I mean, oh, Sussex County, Delaware. Thank you for that. Yeah, so that's what makes this so easy for me. But I haven't. I'm not really a good individual to try to fit myself into an organization. In the beginning, it all seems nice, and then after a while, I would become disenchanted. But what a few years going, and I'm still here. This channel has been fully active for what 15 months, 15 months, and there's been plenty growth. Other platforms have grown up. At the same time, some are new, and it's easy. It's easy because we don't have to answer to one person. We only have ourselves to be accountable to. So, but these derangers, they're trying to uplift and support two very mediocre people, and they get hostile with the squad because the people that they're trying to uplift are so lackluster. They don't really stand for a whole lot. They don't do a whole lot. They give a smile and a wave, and it must frustrate them that when they do things, there is little or no impact. Like, for instance, the earth flop, the earth flop, little or no impact. Nobody's chattering about it days later. It comes and it goes. Now, when they went to the Caribbean and lost half of the Commonwealth, well, now that was something. That was definitely something to talk about. When they lost half the Commonwealth, that was a conversation. But the Earth flop and the 5 questions that Dr. Joyce Jazzhand came up with, questions that obviously didn't mean a whole lot when she went to the Jubilee concert and some little child tried to stick his whole fist in her mouth. None of that really meant a lot. And so they get frustrated with us because the Sussexes can do the slightest thing and it goes around the world in no time. As that If I can quote a very famous orator and writer of our time, Camilla Tominey, if I could quote Camilla Tominey, who actually was trying to quote Mark Twain, even though she, don't know that that was Mark Twain. She thought she made it up herself, and then some other nitwit signed on to it. A lie can travel around the world faster than the truth can put his pants on or whatever, put his shoes on. There's variations of it, but it really started with Mark Twain, and yeah, so I still can't get over that one. Yes, if you can't beat them, copy them. Oh my gosh, can you guys hear my allergies? It's like a burning, well, not burning, but just kind of irritation in the throat. I think it was from the fireworks yesterday. And I was in the house with the doors and windows closed, and still that happened. Okay. Sonia Johnson said, oh, that's Brittany Green. Sorry about that. Angela Thomas says, Baron, some people don't have a life, probably living in their mama's basement, living their life in front of the keyboard, quickly sliding down the rabbit hole. Yeah, as I said, thank you for your comment, by the way, Angela. As I said, I had a chance to see some of the cases that they were trying to put together. I had a chance to see them cosplay Jessica Fletcher, and it was disturbing at best. And I feel sorry for that person in some way because, or persons actually, there was a group of them. Um, they really think they got, and I sincerely believe that they sincerely believe that they are doing something just and worthy. that hate. And of course, let me say this too. Of course, you find out that they are all MAGA. They're all MAGA. They all doubt January 6th. They all believe that something was stolen. They all sign on to that. And those are the people that the Cambridges are going to call upon when they visit the United States. They are going to be up to their you know what's with MAGA people. That is their base. In the United States, the base for the Cambridges are those MAGA people. And they are going to court those people because if they have any chance of bringing a crowd someplace, they are going to need the MAGA people. You'll have the occasional, let's say, quote unquote, woke person or liberal person who is going to, spend time with them here or there, or they'll arrange or orchestrate something that looks very neutral and positive. But the majority of their support is going to come from MAGA people, from people who may have even been at the Capitol on January 6th. They should be very concerned about that, but maybe they're not. Maybe that's exactly what they want. Maybe that's all they can get. Okay, anti-Meghan account thought the NHS was partnering with Harry and Meghan because of the name Sussex partnership. So they started attacking the NHS Twitter account. Spoiler alert, Harry and Meghan are not partnered with the NHS. These accounts need to be suspended permanently, says Christopher Bowlesy. Now, if you take a closer look, it says, we are proud to partner with Give Us a Shout to offer free and confidential support round the clock to anyone Sussex who needs to talk. Anyone Sussex who needs to talk. Well, I guess that does kind of say that, doesn't it? And simply text Sussex. I bet you when they saw that, I bet you their glasses fogged up. Oh my God. I can see what triggered them. Simply text Sussex to 85258 to be connected with a trained volunteer. And so I'm guessing they think that trained volunteer means that when they do text Sussex, we're going to be on the other end, right? Um, when they text Sussex, um, Charlotte's going to be on the other end. Legs is going to be on the other end, and God help them, Church Nellie may actually be on the other end of that phone call or text message. So, yeah, that's probably what they're thinking is that when when they text Sussex, um, that we'll be there to take those calls, right? Um, excuse me. Okay, see, I just pulled on a thread, and guess what I just figured out? I figured out that they thought that when they text Sussex, that Anastasia would be on the other end of the thing, and B10 Power would be there. All of the usual suspects are going to take those text messages. I shouldn't say that because you know what? They'll believe that. They will believe. Mo Shannon, did you get a text from anybody today? Did you get a text from anybody today? It's confidential, so don't share it with us. You can sell it because that's happened before, but don't share it with anybody else. Make sure you sell it. Ah! Yes. Good morning, Nathan. How are you? Yes, I am sick of it. Do you hear me? Sick. I'm sick of it. Nathan, did you realize that if anybody is to try to seek some mental health advice, if they text Sussex, you are likely to be on the other end of it, according to those crazy derangers that believe that the Sussex Squad or the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are actually the same Sussex that you are supposed to text to. That just goes to show you how warped their minds are. These people are very, very fragile, which means that they are very dangerous and capable of anything. Robin Robert, blah. Let me try that one more time. Okay, one more time. Here we go. Robin Rogers says, don't forget derangers and reporters. Listen to positive podcasts for information. Thank you, Robin. That's exactly what they ought to do. And Sean says, can I join? I want to text. I want to text them. Sean, I think they should text you directly. I think they should. They'll get exactly what they got coming. The derangers, that is, not the other people. Okay. The guttural groans when the Harkles hop on another bandwagon. So this particular person on the upper right there um, also believed that that had something to do with Harry and Meghan. See there, and then of course they use the hashtag, the M word that I refuse to use. But I guess that picture of Megan, the black and white photo, I guess that was supposed to represent Megan taking those text messages directly from people in need of mental health intervention. So well, that is wild. That is wild. It just doesn't get any crazier than that. So Amanda has tweeted only people Sussex, not inclusive like oh gosh, Megsy. Are you oh never mind, I don't want to bother with that one. I don't want to bother with it. But that is one of the things that they call the Duchess of Sussex is Megsy. Okay, now on a more positive note here, if your mind is so filled with hate that you can't think clearly, rule of thumb, stay away from all charities with hate and bile. You only cause harm to the charity and the people they serve. Yeah, that's it. That while they are trying to go after the Sussexes, time and time again, they are targeting the wrong people. They are targeting individuals and charities that have nothing to do with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The name Sussex has been around for what, 1,000 years? Is that in that from like Old English or something like that? Sussex, Wessex. Um, why would they think that a marriage of 2018, that anything that happened before that has something to do with Harry and Meghan? Because they got Sussex on their mind and they can't help themselves. And then here, Prince Alex says, hashtag Kate Middleton is a liar, hashtag Prince William is a bully. Oh, I like him already. Bio-racist fans don't even know the charity shout is theirs in the UK to support. They are truly deranged. And if KP is at this stage, don't speak out. They keep on showing their complicity. Shame on them all. Yes, complicity. I like that word. And then, of course, the last tweet here was I hate it for the charities, but I love it for the Duchess of Cambridge. Is that Duchess of Cambridge? DDOC? It shows how mean spirited and stupid they are. All they need to do is to moderate the comments on their social media. They leave the abuse, insulting tweets attacking the Sussexes, giving derangers a green light. Exactly. Exactly. They could rein this in if they chose to do so, but they won't because it doesn't affect them. But if you guys remember when The Crown came out and people began to take another look at Charles and his emotional support Camilla, suddenly they found themselves in a situation where they couldn't leave the negative text or tweets showing. So they start, what did they do? They closed down the comments on their Twitter, right? or on their social media. They closed down the comments because you can't have people saying things that in some cases were absolutely true. So they decided it's better just to shut it down. But when it was the Sussexes under attack, they wouldn't hear of it. So, okay. All right, we're going to change gears here. As you know, that requires a breakbeat. All right, so this is better. We can leave the derangers behind for now. Meghan Markle's new pinky ring revealed, and it has a hidden message for women's empowerment. Okay, that's very small. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I accidentally knocked myself out of the live. Yeah, I noticed that. I accidentally knocked myself out of the live. When I was trying to enlarge this, I actually kicked myself out. But at least I didn't disconnect it. But yeah, when anyway, that's enough of all that who shot John. You know, I just did a Baron. So, um, well, it was going too well. If everything went perfect, wouldn't you think that a deranger had took over my channel, right? So long as you get stuff like that, then you know that it's actually me, the Duchess of Sussex, aka Baron, behind the keyboard, as opposed to some deranger has hacked into my account. So that is like an authentication activity right there. Oh man. Okay, so as I was saying, Meghan Markle's new pinky ring revealed it has a hidden message for women empowerment. I know that when she's wearing a piece of jewelry, there's a lot of intention behind it. Says Shelpa Yee. That person right there, founder and CEO of Schiffin Company, tells people of the Duchess of Sussex. The ring that Meghan has been wearing is a brand's latest piece. The design of 1972 tennis pinky ring is inspired by the tennis bracelet with its all-around diamond look. To add to the symbolism, 19.72% of the profits will go toward a dedicated women in sports investment fund that will support ventures not just in fitness, but also in mental health, wellness, and recovery. Shelpa, that person that's right there, also said, who is based in New York City, started the fine jewelry company in 2017 in her Harvard dorm room with the mission to close the gender gap, particularly in entrepreneurship. All right. There you go. And when Meghan wore our ring, it was such an amazing moment, says that person. I Yar Yar Yarlagata. That's not bad. Yarlagata. Yeah, Yarlagata. Hmm. Okay. I've always been a super inspired by her. I listened to her in United Nations Women's Speech when I was in high school. I watched Suits and I was part of an organization called One Young World. I was one of their ambassadors and she was a counselor for them. Oh, that's very sweet. Everything she does is with intention, thought, and meaning behind the impact that she could have. I know that when she's wearing a piece of jewelry, there's a lot of intention behind it. We both care so much about empowering women, and she's a fellow female founder with what she's built to. She adds of the Archwell Foundation founder. And then, of course, right here, Anne Boleyn said it best. People magazine just wrote a whole article on Meghan Markle's new pinky ring. She literally has more power in her little finger than the whole of her critics and trolls combined. I love that. Thank you, Anne Boleyn. I love that. So, yes, and back here, you can actually see the ring up there at the top. It is like a tennis bracelet, although it is open and it has the one large diamond and a band of diamonds. And a tennis bracelet, that's usually just a circular band of diamonds. So, yeah, like they say, everything that the Duchess does is with intention. Oh, we'll get to that. Anything to say about the ring, you guys? Anybody? You want to share something about the ring? Someone? Anyone? Ah, Stephen Black is here. And if Stephen Black is here, then of course we have to thank our sponsor for today's Royal Sussex. Today's Royal Sussex is brought to you by Cambridge Curl, the no-lie Royal Relaxer. And if you buy it today, you can receive a post-Jubilee gift with purchase 3 do-rags and a skull cap for Cambridge Curl. No-lie Royal Relaxer. Okay. That's what you get when you buy that Cambridge Curl. Yeah, so if you want to give your hair a whirl, make sure you buy Cambridge Curl. Show enough curly. Oh, man. Oh, the ring sold out or the Cambridge Curl? I guess you're talking about the ring, right? All Meghan's jewelry makes a statement. Yes, it does. Okay. Oh my God, Barry, you scared me with that pick of Karen. Okay. I'll take her away. There you go. Okay. Oh, that was for Church Nelly. Oh, there they go. Put them in a timeout. All right. Someone needs to do a deep dive in that man's ancestry history, Baron. I hope so, Star Rise. I hope they do. I want to know the truth. I couldn't believe the matronly dress Kate had on today cost $1,500. Royal family really are money wasters, while the rest of the UK struggles to get gas and put food on their table. Tiger Hub, I've been saying this for the longest that is, and that is that they are so preoccupied with the American economy, and yet consistently the people in the UK are spending more on fuel and more on a lot of things, even if you adjust for the rate of exchange. They are constantly and consistently spending more. And yet, every day, the Daily Mail, amongst other media outlets, they want to target the United States as being so out of control. Whereas, when the wintertime comes over there, there's going to be a crisis like never before, because even though the fuel companies in the UK are making record profits, they are subsidized by the British government, and still it's not enough to meet the demand. And people still are going to have to pay that money back. It's like they're going to get the money now, and in the future, from what I'm to understand, in the future, they're still going to owe that money. So that subsidy, it comes with strings attached, but they are constantly uh, making light of the American situation. But the people over there, the Daily Mail, do not really serve the British people. They only serve to create apathy toward the Sussexes, the Bidens, the Obamas, Oprah, and of course the Clintons. That is like a daily ritual for them, is to try to drive hate and spite toward them instead of addressing the dire needs of people there. And of course, they have vilified the transit union workers who are trying to earn a fair wage, a decent living. They want a cost of living raise. As a matter of fact, they offered them something smaller, or they were willing to take something smaller, but they don't want to give them anything. So that has been a constant frustration of mine, is the way that they have been targeting the U.S., but yet they don't see any trouble in their own backyard. It's crazy. Targeting the U.S., targeting Harry and Meghan for their spending, while flushing money down the toilet themselves and laughing and waving. Yes, exactly. That has been very frustrating for me. And it's like I see these big blaring head, especially, the one that caused me to almost lose my mind was when they went after Jill Biden. Tone deaf Jill Biden takes her family to posh restaurant or something like that. They didn't use posh, they said something, but it was a Hollywood restaurant. And you know there's no equivalency with the First Lady of the United States and the Queen, or the future Queen consort or anything. There's no equivalency there. We don't have a monarchy. However, I believe that our First Lady deserves the same respect that which you would give anybody else in that royal family, and especially while they are still in the White House, they deserve that same respect that you would give them. Even if they weren't in the White House, even after the White House, they still deserve that respect. So, um, and it's easy for them to do that because they're the people, the right wingers that take every word as gospel from the Daily Mail. They will be okay with that. They will be okay with that, but they're just trying to create a pessimism with everything that the Bidens do. But I didn't like that. That really, really pissed me off. I think the British press and media are focusing on the wrong things. And the monarchy is draining the country dry while they continue to obsess over the Sussexes. Yeah, are they still printing? I haven't looked at one of the articles in some time, but are they still printing the price of the Sussex's home? Because I know for like over a year, you couldn't mention their names without them saying that 11 million pound, 16 bathroom house. They could not avoid mentioning that, while in the same breath they are saying that yes, even the royal family is feeling the pinch of the economy. They're feeling the pinch. How are they feeling the pinch with a 15 million pound per year raise? How are they feeling a pinch? And do you guys know how many people live at Kensington Palace? It's not just the families. To give you an idea of how many people live at Grace and Favor Palace, Kensington Palace, Victoria Arbiter used to live there. That's how many people live at Kensington Palace. I mean, there's a bunch of people that live there. It's not a single house, it's several structures, some of them, connected together, obviously, but it's like council housing or for US housing projects for the very posh aristocrats and their servants. It's nice work if you can get it. It puts you right there in the Kensington neighborhood. And aside from the fact that you are living in that area, you don't want for anything in terms of shops and restaurants. I mean, it's like it's an oasis. It really is an oasis. Um, the entire neighborhood is just. I mean, I went through it and I was just like I was in awe. And plus a lot of the consulates. I think the consulates or is it the embassies? They have like a bunch of embassies right across the street or across the lane from the palace. So very secure neighborhood. It's not unusual to see the police walking around with assault rifles. Okay. Okay, I think we're kind of through with this topic. It's hard to believe that I've been on for an hour already. Mm. Less of the Sussexes in the press generally, especially on the magazine covers, they are waiting for archetypes. Oh, okay. Thank you, Starride. Um, I suppose it is. I mean, of course, there was the feeding frenzy that they had during the Jubilee, but I guess that couldn't they couldn't sustain that forever. Lucy Wynn says First Lady Jill Biden can actually speak and still working as an educator. Unlike Mumbles, mumbling her way through a simple speech and taking 10 years for 5 questions. It did take her 10 years for those 5 questions, but I am really shocked, Lucy Wynn, that you would imply that there is some type of issue with uh, I'm fixing to go there. But I am just shocked that you would imply that there's some kind of trouble with her speech. I mean, the Duchess of Cambridge is one of the great orators of our time. So to imply that she has any trouble whatsoever, I think you're being very unfair to her. I really think that the Duchess of Cambridge deserves an apology from you, Lucy Wynn. I, for one, I just, I think.
People who aren't necessarily reaching out, who are struggling, who perhaps don't feel they can reach out, or the fact that maybe they haven't realized that addictive behaviors have sort of established.
Have you ever had a dreams that you had you could you do you want you could do so you do you want him to do you so much you could do anything? Have you ever had a dreams that you had you could you do you want you could do so you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Okay, Lucy Wynn, I stand corrected. I see what you mean. I was just stalling until I could find that video. Yes, she struggles. It's true, she struggles. Uh, oh man. Okay, so I see some of my favorite names here. Let me. How come that's not? Oh, there it is. Baron, there are three past first ladies I respect: Rosalind Carter, Hillary Clinton, Laura Bush, Michelle Obama, and our Jill Biden is yet another woman to meet the standards set to and enhance it. Absolutely, Therese Weissman. I agree. I don't have an issue with any of them. I think they were all spectacular in their own way. The best educated among that group, of course, Michelle Obama, of course, with Hillary Clinton being a close second. Rosalind Carter, who was a partner to Jimmy Carter in so many ways, much to the dismay of some of the cabinet members. She would actually sit through those cabinet meetings. She was a great confidant to him. I recall that. And Laura Bush had a very fine education. Did she have a doctorate? No, did she have a master's degree in something to do with education? Um, but yeah, so very phenomenal women in their own right, and deserving of respect. Deserving of respect. I don't care who enters that office. I am very protective of their right to spend money as they see fit. They have a right to use Air Force One. They can go and go around the world, go around the country. That is one of the trappings of the office. I had nothing to say about the Orange Menace and that person that he brought to the White House because that's part of it. I don't think he was fairly elected. I don't think he was ever a good president, but you won't hear me go after them spending the money. That's part of it. Burning fuel, that's part of it. That's the president of the United States, the leader of the free world, whatever you want to call it. I'm cool with that. But when a Democrat gets in there, likewise, I don't expect to see the press bombard them with all of these accusations of waste and thrift and well, not thrift, but waste and overspending and such. I don't expect to see that. Leave them alone. If it was okay when the other person was in there, why make an issue out of it? That's part of it. So if Jill Biden needs 50 Secret Service agents and a fleet of vehicles to go to dinner with her family, then that is part of the office. Full stop. That's it. There's nothing else to say. The Queen went to Scotland and had a fleet of cars that took her to a helicopter to take her back to Balmoral. And that's not just one person using up those resources. You got Charles, and you also have the Cambridges. You got three different sets of pomp and circumstance every place they go. I don't even know why they do that for the Cambridges, but they don't really matter at this point. And they're in a hurry to do what? Get someplace so that they can smile and wave and go back home. That's ridiculous. Thank you for your comment, Teresa Weissman. Nafiza Shabazz, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Tuesday to you. Okay, so I'm scrolling. Harry. Okay, let me see this. There's a name I don't recognize. Harry and Meghan prove that they have the talents and personality to not just survive, but thrive regardless of the hatred. Meghan speaks so eloquently with major professionalism. Absolutely, she does. Very well educated. And again, I have to say, she doesn't go for this type of thing when she's going out and she has to make her voice heard. She's not doing the ultra glam look. She gets very, very business Sussex. Hair in the bun, very conservative clothes. She's there to learn, and she's there to project a vision. She's not there to grin and smile and wave. Very big difference. And yet she gets absolutely no consideration for that from the very hateful tabloid media. Um, it's just the difference is like day and night. Very much intuitive about the rooms that she's walking into. And that's what I love about that hair in the bun, there to work. It's not that glam look that we've seen with the other Duchess, where she's got the big hair with the extensions. She's wearing a power suit. She's sitting in front of a computer. She has all the. Have you guys seen that photo? It is so orchestrated and contrived. And so, as soon as the photos are complete, she can quickly walk away, and then the real staff can come in so they can play on their cell phones and order stuff from Amazon. Just absolutely orchestrated. So, and you haters that are listening, please go back and tell somebody I said that. Please do it. Please do it. Tell them about this. Don't forget to leave that out. Yeah, don't forget about the. Have you ever? Anyway, is it Jawa Production? Thank you so much for your comment. But yes, please go back and tell them that Royal Sussex is absolutely mean. Let me see. Okay. So, all right, I think we're ready to move on. And thank you all for your comments. Oh, wait, let me take a look at that one. Didn't want Harry and Meghan to have security. And then they were on Jill Biden for her security. Yes. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? It comes with the office. And as for the Sussexes, Harry is still a senior royal. He's still an HRH. He is still the son of the very next king. And if they have money to spend on all the other stuff that they throw their money around on, I really don't think that they should pay for their own security now. But as they have been vilified by the tabloid media, and of course, the fact that the rest of the family, including his father, of course, seems to refuse to pay for it, then they're doing the best thing is paying for it themselves. However, I have to say, um, they really should be paying for it. That they should not have to. The Sussex shouldn't have to pay for it. That is his birthright, And because he's married to a woman of color, it seems like that is what aggravates this idea that we have to take things from them, because we certainly don't want that person of color to have access to anything that the rest of the family can benefit from. Let me see. It was rude of Charles to strip Harry and Meghan of their security and have their location leaked to the British press. That was cold hearted. That was a cold hearted move. It was. It was very, very cold hearted. And I'm sorry, Mystic Toxin says, I doubt it's controversial in this crowd, but I thank God I'm vaxxed because I'm asthmatic and I'm sure it could have been much worse for me. Luckily, I haven't had breathing issues though. Well, as you know, I've had the vax 4 times. I've had the first two, and then I've had two boosters. And even though I have been out and about more, I still wear my mask. And I had like 2 days when I was really out of it, and I didn't get tested for it at that point. But it was just like maybe 48 hours, and I had like a throat thing, and it probably wasn't, but even if it was, but whatever. But I noticed that so many people are just getting regular seasonal cold or flu symptoms, um, regardless of the fact that it's not the pandemic. And so, yeah, I was just like, I don't want any kind of illness. I really don't want anything. Having gone over 2 years without a cold because of the lockdown and everything, I don't ever want to be sick like that again, ever. I'd rather just, leave me alone. Let me feel good every day. Okay, so on to the next one. On to the next one. Where are you? There we go. Okay, so that look you get when you think you have been wronged by the Sussex squad. Well, talk about obfuscate, duck, dodge. This was that interview she had with Camilla Tominey, who is trying to help her recover her reputation. And when I say her, of course, I do mean Victoria Arbiter. She's trying to recover from being caught out by that uh, prank that they were exposed to. The so called pranksters, they had a question: could we actually do XYZ? Meaning, could we actually get people to go on the record as having seen the Oprah Winfrey interview before they've actually seen it? Well, we all know what the answer is now, don't we? Yeah, yeah, we can. Um, it's really unfortunate that they were very right about the idea that someone would put themselves out there like that, but not just someone, four people did that. Four people. Well, of course, I don't need to bore you with that. You all know what happened. They decided to take the money. In Victoria's case, it was reportedly 300 pounds was enough for her to pretend as though she had actually seen something that hadn't been released at that point. And CNN decided to let her go. But there is a different standard of journalism here. And the tabloid media making up stuff is not satisfactory to CNN or any of the other big major uh, news organizations. Well, you might be able to do that with Fox or those other wacko channels, but it's a different standard here. And I believe that the standard is better, especially the gray old lady, the New York Times, has been one of the standard bearers of big city newspaper journalism, along with the Los Angeles Times and the Chicago Tribune and what is it, the Washington, not the Post, but what's the other one? The one that's not owned by Murdoch, I think. But yeah, I mean, these are great institutions, and someone like this would have absolutely no place there. Number one, I don't even think she has the credentials to actually work as like an anchor person or even a field reporter, but to be a consultant, or just she wasn't a full-time employee. She was basically someone with a very posh accent to give credibility and perhaps some more of dimension to any royal report. She was just there for credit, window dressing. That was it. And she couldn't even get that right, because away from CNN, that's when she made this terrible mistake. Again, there's one voice for the American audience, and then there's another voice for the British audience. And so she was speaking with her very posh British accent and speaking to what she thought was a British audience. And she got caught out and she was embarrassed by it. And it took her over a year before she was able to get the courage to try and redeem herself, or to try to save her career. But as she said, I haven't worked that much. I haven't been able to eat, sleep, or I'm on the verge of losing my house. All of those things that she said is the result of this thing that happened with the pranksters, or whatever you call them. So I think that she reaped what she sowed, or sowed what she, well, you know what I mean, reap what she sowed. Yeah. So that's what happened. And to try to blame the Sussex squad is misplaced. The hostility toward the Sussex squad from the Derangers, because they're trying to save her and to save the and they really believe, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but they really believe that our goal is to take down the House of Windsor. They believe that. They think that we are after the House of Windsor, when the truth is, we just want you to leave the Sussexes alone. If you leave them alone, I promise you, I wouldn't give a rat's behind about any of this stuff. But because it affects them, then it affects me. I feel triggered by it. I feel affected by it. My sense of fair play kicks in, and I feel like something ought to be done. Joanne Baker says, wow, Victoria was so desperate that she took 300 pounds and lied about an interview she did not see. And now she is upset because she was let go. This is what consequences look like. Yeah. Well, and you know what else? Consequences can cause you to lose your eyelashes, apparently. I didn't even know that was a thing. But as you can see there, the color arbiter. I'm poor, white. I may even be lashless, but dear God, I'm here. I'm here. Now, that famous line you may recognize, that's kind of like I took a little license with the Whoopi Goldberg scene from Color Purple. I might be poor, black. I may even be ugly, but dear God, I'm here. I'm here. Well, in spirit, I think it's the same thing. Ah. Uh-huh. I don't know. I just it struck me. I'm like, where have I seen this before? And then I thought about it. I'm just like, I should. Yes. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Um, so there you have it. That's where that comes from. Let me see. I watched as four royal experts lie on camera about an interview they admit they have never seen. They are regulars on US and UK television. Let's hope no reputable media company ever pays their experts' opinions again. Bravo, Josh and Archie. Those are the two guys that caught them out. And you can see there, Josh Peters says, with Harry and Meghan's Oprah interview coming, me and what is that? Archie Manners, that's his name, Archie Manners, wanted to see if royal experts were always truthful with how they report on them. Uh, and so that was a link there to the YouTube video that they posted. Now, I have to tell you guys, if you go back to try to look at that YouTube video, you won't see Victoria Arbiter, because through her solicitors, through her lawyers, they managed to convince Josh and the other guy, Archie, to remove the portion uh, with her from the video. So all you have is the other four dimwits. Now, Denise Welch says, watch for Royal Report experts, that is, lie about having seen Harry and Meghan's interview days before it airs. Unbelievable, but not remotely surprising. And look at the dates. That was March the 6th, 2021, that they said that. March the 6th, 2021. How do you participate in that and you expect to keep your job? You expect to keep your job. And then to make matters worse, you go on to throw CNN under the bus, or at least you try to do that by saying that it's just a matter of routine. Like here, there's the Code of Ethics preamble: seek truth and report it, minimize harm, act independently, be accountable and transparent. That is their code of ethics. Society of Professional Journalists. I don't know if they have a copy of this over in the UK, but that is the Society of Professional Journalists that said that. So um, that's their code of ethics. Obviously, she does not rise to the code of ethics. Please tell this liar CNN fired her because she failed to meet this standard of journalistic code of ethics. She should stop whining and go apologize to those boys, the global audience, including CBS. Yeah, an apology is due. Instead of trying to double down on the fact that you lied, an apology is due. And I want you guys that are not on Twitter. This has been the whole weekend on Twitter. The whole weekend has been at least 50% this, and then other stuff. Maybe 50% this, and then other stuff. This is fantastic, properly brilliant, and also terrifying how full of rubbish experts in these situations can be and can influence public opinion. We proved royal experts lie about Harry and Meghan. The proof is there. And it means so little because if a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to see it, does it make a sound? Well, in this case, um, if a so-called royal experts lie and nobody calls them out on it, have you really caught them? Well, finally, we have proved that yes, you can catch them. I don't think there's enough people listening, but they were caught out. Father-daughter team of liars. And then, of course, the enters Daily Mail, a royal expert who was branded toxic racist liar by Harry and Meghan supporting Sussex squad and let go by CNN after she was conned into commenting on Oprah's interview before it aired. She was conned or was she paid? Threatened to sue pranksters if she and says she's lost all her TV work. Uh, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? So she lost all her TV work. Okay. How do I get rid of that? Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to put them in a timeout again. Okay, there we go. That should take care of it. I said that should take care of it. Okay. Oh, wow. They are on the move today. Who sits around and does stuff like that? Okay, I think I know what I need to do. I didn't want to have to do this, but I am going to have to take matters into my own hands. I guess I shouldn't say that while I'm talking about them, but I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands. Okay. Okay, members. Okay, again, certain things I ought not say right now. Members, no. I'm trying to adjust that. Members, subscribers, okay, for at least that amount of time. Okay, that should fix it. Now, some of you guys may not be able to comment if you are new subscribers as recent as, let's say, a month, but I think that should fix that problem because it looks like they just keep coming back. Okay, sorry about that. I took care of it though. I think that should help with the trolls and the sex stuff. Okay. was mocked mercilessly online by the Sussex supporters. Hoax video was titled, "We Prove Royal Experts Lie About Harry and Meghan." I don't know what she wants. Do you guys understand what she wants to happen at this point? What does she want? I don't understand what she wants. Victoria Arbiter grew up in the palace. She should have married Prince, that person. Lion he never met. Yes, thank you for your comment, Lydia Barber. Let me see. Karen Warner says, I guess the code of ethics, let me see, does not apply to privileged royal experts. According to them, as they say, it is common practice to lie, cause harm, and destroy other people's lives. I don't know what do you want, Vicky? Vicky, listen, what do you want? What do you want from us? We didn't do it. The Archie and the other guy, they're not squatties. They just had a question. It wasn't a 10-year project with 5 questions. It was just a couple of guys who was wondering, is it possible the royal experts lie? Well, now we know the answer. They make up stuff. They will pre-record and just put it out there. What does she want from us? I don't understand. What do they want from the squad? What did we do besides have a good laugh about it? All we did was have a good laugh about it. We didn't set anybody up. We didn't do anything. We're just here minding our business, talking about the Sussexes and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, we find out that it is true. They lie. And then she goes on that show with the person who has more space between her hairline and her chin than any person I've ever seen. I mean, is that Easter Island or what? That person right there with that Easter Island of a head tries to help her and then she herself is obsessed with the Duchess of Sussex. She went on a morning show and lied and said the Duchess said Archie was a voracious reader when that wasn't what she said, but she was so determined to cause embarrassment to the Duchess of Sussex, she just lied and made up something. And so one liar is trying to uplift the other liar. That's like two drunks tied together trying to hold each other up. Eventually, they're both going to fall. Nobody did that to them. They were trying desperately to make a name for themselves amongst the royal rodent community, that they were the ones who humiliated themselves. Why are they trying to blame us for that? The royal rodents routinely lie, and they make up things. They use this very negative tone when it comes to the Sussexes. And one thing I really resent is that they always refer to the Sussexes in a tone as though they're talking about a couple of children that have misbehaved. They are not children. They have not misbehaved. They're trying to save their own mental health and well-being. Speaking of which, Victoria Arbiter has a laundry list of ailments that she suffered and consequences that she suffered because she was caught out by the pranksters. And everything on that list, or the majority of it, sounds like what the Duchess of Sussex has gone through, up until the point where she didn't mention anything about losing an unborn child because of the stress that she went through. There is no way in the world that Victoria Arbiter has suffered anywhere near as much pain and suffering as the Duchess of Sussex. Now, the only way that she can try to make sense out of what she's been through or allegedly been through, she would have to admit that the Duchess of Sussex has been mistreated, that she has been wronged by the tabloid media, that she has been a victim of these courtiers and or people within the royal family that have been speaking out against her, leaking to the press or whatever, she would have to admit a lot. She needs to apologize. And only at that point is it possible to move on. But you're not giving anything, lady. You got to give something if you want to get something. If you want your respectability back, you need to apologize. You need to admit that you were wrong. I don't understand the point of this. None of this makes any sense that all of a sudden you want to project all of your misdeeds against Archie and the other guy. And of course, by default, the Sussex squad, because we were there to laugh about it. That's all we did was laugh about it. We haven't done anything directly to her except for expose the fact that, yes, we wouldn't let people forget that she was caught out. We're not going to let people forget that the other one was caught out, Camilla Tominey. We're just not going to let that go. The same way you keep referring to the Sussexes in this tone as though they are children misbehaving, or that they have done the queen wrong, or that they overstepped the mark, or they didn't stay in their place. You don't let that go. None of you all let that go. You all want to create this air of discontent because they supposedly have done something wrong. Saving their own lives was doing something wrong, I suppose. That's what we're supposed to take for this. They saved their own mental health and well-being, and for that they are being punished. They were being punished before they left. They're being punished after they left. The punishment never ends. But it's okay for Victoria Arbiter to just wake up one day and say, okay, I've had enough of it. I am going to try to redeem my reputation. I'm going to pull myself out of this because I have been wronged. Well, if you have been wronged, what do you call the treatment of the Sussexes? And there they are, weaponized white womanhood. Vicky Arbiter attacks Meghan Markle, then cries victim. And by the way, you guys, they are a father-daughter. They are standing there in front of the sunken garden. If I believe I recognize that, that is where Princess Diana's statue was unveiled on the opposite end. I want to say this area is about the size of a tennis court, or maybe 1.5 times the size of a tennis court. But that if you look very sharp, you can see at the other end there's something that looks like an archway. Is perhaps a boxwood, whatever type of plant or whatever it is, but it looks like the hedges were shaped in an arch. That is where you would find Princess Diana's statue, at the Sunken Garden at Kensington Palace, which, by the way, is where Vicky Arbiter spent her young life or childhood, I think it was. She lived there with her father, who was the press secretary to the Queen. Vicky Arbiter lied about Meghan on camera, but now she is claiming to be the real victim of an angry black woman. Real victim of angry black woman. So let me see who wrote this. I forgot who wrote it. And then when I was trying to find it, I saved the screenshot, but I couldn't find the story. But I thought I had it, but I don't. But it just goes to show you how outrageous this is, that she obviously was caught out and she wants to blame other people. What is she, a Republican man? Is she a Republican man in the United States? Because Republican men, white Republican men in the United States, they are the biggest victims. They are always the ones that have been wronged. That you can victimize yourself or claim to be a victim all the way to the White House. That's what Trump did. He made himself out to be the victim. He was the biggest agitator, the biggest aggressor, but he played victim as though somebody was trying to take things away from him. And so she's using that same mentality so that she could try to redeem herself. She lied. She was caught lying on camera. She took the 300-pound check, which she claims she never cashed. I don't know what else to add to that. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what else to do with this. I don't know what she wants. I don't know what she wants. What are we supposed to do? Get in the car and drive away and just leave it alone. Go find a new life with Suge and Buster. You, Suge, and Buster start a new life someplace else. That helped in Color Purple. You, Suge, and Buster just go someplace else and start a new life. Okay, I'll talk about that one in a minute. Sorry about that. All right. B10 Powell says America does not need any British reporter who is not empathetic to the Sussexes. Yes, B10. Thank you for saying that. Exactly. Very well put. That's it. If they are not sympathetic or at the very least fair, the tone that they take, and you know who's really good at that tone, that sense of despair? Chris Ship with a P, not a T. Chris Ship with a P, not a T is so good with that. And the one who cannot hide his disdain is Russell Myers, or as what's her name? Lorraine says, Russell Myers. Russell Myers cannot hide his disdain for the Sussexes. He just can't. And if you put him on Australia television, whatever he said on Lorraine, he's 10 times worse on Australian television. 10 times the beast that he is on American television. He's even worse when he gets over to Australia. Hello, Legs. Oh, by the way, thank you for the comment. Hello, Legs. They know that the Sussexes will not take the bait, so now they say outlandish things. In other words, Sussexes are making a reality show and aren't held accountable when all of these are lies. Well, they were screaming reality show when they left the UK. That has not materialized. They were saying that the Sussexes were going to try to sell T-shirts and what else? Hoodies and baseball caps and a clothing line, and it was all going to say the Duke and Duchess of Sussex or something. And then the other thing that they're trying to live, if they give back those titles, then nothing is going to be lost because they gave up titles. That's not going to happen anyway. But they're getting by with those titles. People don't even know what that means. HRH or Duke and Duchess of Sussex, they don't know what that means. They just know that's who they are. That doesn't mean anything over here. Very few people get the point of any of that stuff. And even fewer people even know what a Duke and Duchess of Cambridge is. They know who they are, but they don't even know what the titles are over here. They're like, who? Who? The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Who? Well, what about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? Oh, that's Harry and Meghan. People know. But for the Cambridges, as much as they want to try to make them seem so important, most people in the United States don't know and don't care. They know that Diana's first son married a separate wife. That's about all they know. But other than that, there's really no there. Ask the average American anything about that Earth flop and see how far you get. They don't know anything about that and don't care. Earth flop. And that is not going to go over well with the MAGA crowd, the whole Earth flop thing. As you can see, nobody showed up when it was over there. Even fewer people will show up when it's over here. The only way they get people to show up is they have to bring out some A-list Hollywood actors, or they have to bring out some singers or something. I bet you they would love to get Adele to show up when they come to the United States. They would love to get her to show up, but I bet they won't even ask her because they know she's not going to do it. So, okay. And as I said, there you have it. Prince William and Kate Middleton, Mannequin. That was a great movie. Great movie. Their best performance yet. Okay. They cannot take the titles away. If they did, Meghan and Harry are 100% doing very well. And of course, Prince Harry will always be Prince Harry. And where there's a Prince Harry, there is a Princess Henry of Wales. Is that what they say? But of course, everybody's going to just call her Princess Meghan. So if they want people to refer to her as Princess Meghan, um, yeah, take the titles away and see what happens. Although that's not going to happen. The Parliament, the House of Lords, they are very weird about the title thing because if you take away one, you'll end up taking away another. And believe me, there is enough things in the House of Lords that at least half of them probably would be in danger of losing their titles because those are some pretty disgusting people. And if you take their titles away, they wouldn't even be able to pass those titles on to their children. So, the next generation wouldn't benefit from being in the House of Lords. So, yeah, they're not likely to do anything like that. It would be self destructive for them. Thank you, Connie Balmer. Ginger Lily says, Baron, the amazing thing is that the Sussexes don't have a social network and people still know who they are. Yeah, Ginger Lily, exactly. They don't have a presence on social media other than what other people say about them. And that seems to carry far more weight than anything that the Kensington Palace or any of the other houses are doing. Okay, so let's talk about what happened this weekend. Um, I think this police officer really speaks for everyone. Um, there is total anguish, um, frustration. This is the one photo from yesterday that really stood out is just how helpless police officer with all of his training, all of the gear that he's wearing, all the authority that has been bestowed upon him, and he is just as helpless as anybody who ran away from the gunfire yesterday. It is an overwhelming feeling of helplessness that people feel in those situations. Now, while I was on yesterday, I noticed that there was a update that popped up and I didn't pursue it because honestly, I thought it was like a backyard barbecue that it got out of hand and I didn't really get a chance to examine it. And then before I logged off, someone said, there was something happened in Highland Park. And at that point, I was able to see even more details. But again, I was about to log off. So, like everybody else who wasn't able to get the information real time, I put myself in front of the monitor and just, started going through the various news outlets, and it was even worse. By that time, it wasn't just three people; it was six people that had died from this horrific act. So it was even worse by the time I had a chance to take a look at it. So that was pretty awful, and I don't um, really have a lot to add to it. It happened, and sadly, as awful as it is, it's like we almost forget about it when the next one happens. The people in the community, of course, they don't have that luxury. But to give you guys a bit of information about the geography, that is Lake County. That is along the North Shore of the Chicago suburbs. That is the North Shore. Very liberal area, although some of them are being gradually turning more conservative. But the North Shore is still very liberal. And among the North Shore, there's a lot of affluent, wealthy families. I believe the singer Richard Marx had purchased a mansion somewhere along the North Shore suburbs. He purchased a mansion where the backyard is Lake Michigan, okay? The backyard, and then there's Lake Michigan. So there's a lot of money up there, and there's a lot of small working class communities, and then there are some pretty wealthy communities. The house that was used for the movie Risky Business is up in Glencoe, which is along the North Shore. And I believe Wheaton is where the Home Alone house is located. And so quite a few movies have been filmed up there because of the very idyllic communities along the North Shore. And interestingly enough, one of the oldest Black communities in Illinois, it was also up on the North Shore in Evanston, which is a pretty well-to-do town. There's been a Black community there as long as Illinois has been a state. So just to give you a little reference to the area, it's very, very well off. It's very conservative in some aspects and very liberal in other aspects. And people up there are not immune from gun violence, but this is let's see, what's that motion? It says not Chicago, it's the north suburb. Yeah, it's the northern suburb of Chicago. Highland Park is the northern suburb. So for a lot of people, they just say North Shore. But, it is a suburb. So Glencoe, Wheaton, uh, what else is up there? Is it Grays Lakes? And obviously Highland Park, Evanston, all of those are along the North Shore. So it's a pretty well off area. And so having any type of gun violence would be a shock, let alone to have something like this in any community where you literally have a sniper on a rooftop. Someone who has done something so deliberate is almost unheard of, and almost unheard of for any community, let alone gun violence up there. So uh, a lot of the doctors, one of the things that is like a unintended consequence is that you have so many doctors in the Chicago area that are so used to, and nurses for that matter, that are so used to weekends of gunshot wounds that um, and I hate to say it, but if you had to suffer a gunshot wound any place in a major urban area of the United States, any big city, um, they are increasingly adapted dealing with it because of the increasing amount of times that they get patients that are in a near death situation because they were shot. So too bad, but at the same time, is one of the unintended consequences is that they are so good at treating people that have been shot rather than a car accident or work related injury or whatever. So there you go. Okay, Therese says, Baron, the haters are projecting their goal and raising, what is that? Uh, onto the Sussexes. The haters' reason for their existence is to destroy the Sussexes. Our goal is to clap back on the haters. That's my goal, Therese, and I'm glad you share that goal. But yeah, that's my goal is to clap back whenever I can. I want to make sure I call them out, and if I have the opportunity, I'll make a little fun of them too. Oh man. Hello there, pure YouTube entertainment team Sussex, right? Thank you. I'm a bit worried that YouTube may not review some of my videos on time in these 3 days. Oh, did you get a did they do the what do you call that? Did they would they not monetize your video? Because I've been having that happen lately. I keep getting hit with those monetization things. Eventually, they always approve it, but I'm thinking maybe because the holiday weekend, it's been a bit slow. But yeah, the Sussex Squad friendly channels are being targeted um, by the haters, and so occasionally your videos may not get monetized for that reason, um, if that is what you're speaking about. But yeah, they um, they have been a bit, you know, well, and I think that they're going after anything that says Sussex, any channel, and so they don't know the difference between one channel or the other, and so as they are throwing scrutiny at the hating channels, we're kind of getting pulled into it. So, um, oh, yep, all my videos. Yeah, so best thing to do is after you have completed the video, go in there quickly and try to, request a review, and hopefully they'll take care of it sooner than later. But yeah, they have been cracking down. Anything Sussex, anything attached to the Sussex, whether it's a friendly channel or one of the hater channels, I believe they have been going after these channels because there have been a lot of complaints, as you know, because the hater channels get away with saying some pretty dreadful things. And, for them, it's not a joke to imply that they want bad things to happen. Or I don't routinely look at those channels, but I've heard stories, and also I've seen some of the thumbnails that, if you just look at the thumbnails, it's enough to make you sick on the inside. So that does happen, and just try to go in there quickly as possible to request a review. I usually get my reviews pretty fast, but the last couple of times the reviews took like about 12 hours, and eventually they always approve it. I think I've had maybe one video that they did not approve, even the one where they cut the video while I mean my live stream. Then they come back and apologize because they realize they got it wrong, and they also allowed me to monetize that video. So, um, yeah, so just stay in there. Don't let them get you down. Sussex shared tweets from Twitter and often insightful commentary. Oh yeah, let me do that. Let me put that. I'll pin that so that you guys can go and check that channel out. Okay. You guys, I'm so sorry for my low energy today, but like I said, my allergies are giving me trouble, and my energy level is not where it should be. I'm not my usual upbeat self. I mean, I'm not down or anything, but I just, I feel kind of like I almost get that Bonnie Raitt voice. I feel like my throat is feeling very Bonnie Raitt. People are talking about us, talking about people. They get so nervous. Could you be falling for me? Oh gosh, I forgot the song, didn't I? Okay, so I just pinned it. There we go. That should work. Let me see. Yeah, there you have it. So that is the pure YouTube YT entertainment team Sussex. So there you have it. Go and check that out and support that channel because, as you know, we are under siege here in the Sussex Squad, and there's a lot of people that wish that we will go away because they don't want us to call them out. So, yes, please support these platforms because what last thing we want is for them to win. We don't want the for them to shut us down and to take control of the narrative, which is what they would love to do. Um, and at this point, we can't even blame the Kensington Palace. These are individuals that have taken it upon themselves to go after these channels. Although there are some people, as you know, that have tried to target the Sussex-friendly channels from the top. Um, I'm not going to play the video right now, but you know who I'm talking about. And my God, I was over at my father's house going through things. And my God, what did I see? Great Scots, what did I find? There was the Sussex squad and this channel Royal Sussex. I know that was Meghan Markle. He doesn't even say my sister. He just says Meghan Markle, like to disconnect himself from the fact that they are supposed to be related. I was over my father's house going through things. I was over at my father's house and I was going through stuff. I'm sure you were, Thomas Jr. Please don't come to my house and go through stuff if I take ill or pretend to take ill, whichever is appropriate. My God. Boy, sit down somewhere. Anyway, so that's that, you guys. I am going to try to open up my mucous membranes by drinking some coffee. Again, I think that gunpowder lingering in the air got the better of me yesterday. Yeah, he was to paraphrase what he said. He was going through some things. He was at his father's house because he has a place right down the street. Now, when he says that he lives a couple of doors away, is that the same place where the was it Daily Mail? Wasn't one of the people from the Daily Mail living right next to Thomas Markle or the next two houses away? Is he in the same place or does he have his own place? I mean, that's a pretty cozy area there. How many times does another unit come on the market where you can just go there and move right in and be right next door to him? So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but it's very weird and strange the way that worked out, that they actually had someone from the tabloid media take up camp right there with Thomas Markle under the guise of helping him navigate through the media, instead of what obviously happened, that he was being exploited by the media, willingly so, I would imagine, but he was being exploited by the media. Oh, it's Tijuana. Not so cozy. Well, I thought it was Rosalita or Rosacita or something like that. I thought it was like this exclusive enclave where they got his house precariously perched on a cliffside. Um, I thought that's what it was, but and wasn't it Carolyn Graham from the Daily Mail who went down there and was taking photos and bringing them beer and stuff or whatever? I don't know, but she was down there. That's the one who I saw posed in front of a flag, a one of those rebel flags from Dixie, from the land of Dixie. Yeah, she was posed in front of um, one of those symbols of so-called Southern pride flags. Um, yeah, that Carolyn Graham. It's all too convenient. Um, they got their use out of Thomas Markle, and he was compensated, I'm sure. But it's I hope at some point, I keep saying this, but I hope at some point that someone will do a very well thought out documentary, or that some if 60 Minutes could get a hold of them, oh, if they did like an hour-long 60 Minutes looking into some of this stuff, I'm telling you, it would really change people's opinions about not only the British media, but about the royal family. It would really change things if somebody dug deep and was brave enough to tell the truth. They don't even have to make up stuff, just tell the truth. The truth would be so compelling that you wouldn't be able to look the other way again. Anna Boyd, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And thank you for listening to me sing Bonnie Raitt. Let's give them something to talk about, a little mystery to figure out. Anytime my throat gets bad, I always do my Bonnie Raitt. And if I'm really bad, then of course I pretend like I'm Louise Jefferson. George, the Willises will be here any minute. George. See there? Okay, let me stop before it gets stuck or something. George. Oh, hi, Helen. I miss Isabel Sanford. Oh, Amma Andrews, thank you for that. Thank you for the super sticker. And because of that, I promise you, I won't do any more Isabel Sanford. George. George. Hi, Helen. George, the Willises will be here any minute. George. Okay, y'all, it's 2 hours. I'm about to go. George. Wheezy, yes, Wheezy. Well, Church Nelly, they said that when Isabel Sanford was slipping into the next dimension, do you know what they said her last words was before she left this earth? Can anybody guess what the last thing was that she said? It was very sweet and very I thought it was perfect, but her last words was The Jeffersons was filmed before a live studio audience. That was the last thing she said, and then she just slipped away. Oh man, I'm making that up. That didn't happen. I don't think so. Uh thank you, Annie Bennett. Thank you so much. That's very sweet. Yeah, the last thing that Isabel Sanford said was The Jeffersons was filmed before a live studio audience. George. And then she drifted away. Uh Oh man. And she wasn't the only one that said something interesting like that on the way out. Um Poor Donna Douglas from the Beverly Hillbillies. Do you guys remember the last thing she said before she passed away? Anybody? Y'all ain't even paying attention to me. Um Okay, I'm being serious though. What was the last thing that Ellie Mae Clampett said before she left this earth? Bless her soul. Anybody know? Okay, since nobody's gonna ask, I'll just tell you. This has been a Filmway presentation. uh, Nothing, huh? Y'all just ain't paying me no attention. I said, she said, this has been a Filmway presentation. Oh man. Well, Jethro, when Jethro actually he's still alive, but he's still alive, right? Jethro will probably say on his way out, golly. Um, oh man, yes, I know. I'm getting weird now. It's almost like I took a Benadryl, right? But I just want you to know that those people in some of our favorite sitcoms, as they left this earth, they had messages that they wanted to leave for people, and those were some of their parting words. The Jefferson was filmed before a live studio audience. This has been a Filmway presentation. And Bob Barker, is he still alive? Okay, okay, you guys, I'm done. I'm done. I'm getting weird, and I probably should go. So let's look for the last word for the day. Oh, hmm, let me see. Yes, okay, that's perfect. To use a line from Gone with the Wind. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a darn. uh, yes, he was a double knot spy. Jethro Bodine was a double knot spy. He was a brain surgeon, a double knot spy, and a Hollywood producer. Yeah, he was all of those things. He was a man of many talents, and no one could eat a possum pie better than he could. Oh yes, yes, that was. Thank you. I was gonna. I was trying to think of that one. Uh, Buddy Epson, who played Jed Clampett, that was his last words. Was y'all come back now here? That was the last thing he said before he slipped away into the loving arms of above. Thank you so much, Angie. That was the last thing he said. Y'all come back now here. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now here. And then Ellie was this has been a Filmway presentation. Okay, okay. So let's last word of the day. Angie Sims has the last word of the day. She says, y'all come back now here. And I am going to play the Ginger Revenge, and then oh yeah, Miss Jane Hathaway, Chief, Chief. She always was saying, Chief, Chief. I love Miss Jane Hathaway, Chief. Okay, Chief. And Mel. Okay, okay. I got one more impersonation, and then I'm gonna play Trench. Not Trench. I'm gonna play the Ginger Avenger. Okay, last impersonation. Melbourne Drysdale. He always used to call his wife Margaret. Margaret. He would always say Margaret. Margaret. Margaret Drysdale. That was his wife's name. Margaret Drysdale. Mrs. Drysdale. Okay. Let there be peace in the world. Take care, family. Check out oh, there it is. Let me do that because it moved. Let there be peace in the world. Take care, family. Check out Prince Harry's new project, The Safety Toolkit for Children. I'm sorry, did I miss that one? Did I miss that? The Safety Toolkit for Children? How did I miss that? How new is it? Or did I just miss it? Okay. Prince Harry. Oh, okay. Prince Harry launches online safety toolkit for children. Duke joins Zoom. Okay. Oh yeah, that's not new. That's not new. But all right. Well, thank you. I'll see if I can find a link for it. I don't see a link for it. Okay. Okay, I better not because I want to give you guys a link for something different. So I won't do that. But okay, thank you so much for that advice, Robin Rogers. And with that, I am going to bid you all a fond farewell. And yes, Karen, see y'all tomorrow. Thanks, moderators. And remember, no bad energy. Oh, you're welcome, Karen. Thank you for being here. And thank you for fighting to be a part of this conversation, Karen. I'll never forget that. Okay. Uh well, I mean, Mary, I don't like to I don't want to. Okay, I'll do it. If you insist, I'll put together a couple of photos from my various tours of the continent as well as the United Kingdom. I'll try to put some, I may have a couple of odd photos here and there that I could, do something and come up with something. I'll see what I can do. I can't promise anything because, I'm so shy about, I'm so shy about the travels that I had, so I'd rather just. But if you insist, I can put something together. I'm sure. I'll see what I can do. No promises, but I'll do something. That was the worst acting I've ever seen. Right? The way I was pretending to be so humble. Well, we'll see. I'm not. I can't really promise anything, but um, maybe I'll throw something together. If the time if it comes up, I'll do something. Oh man. Okay. All right. Thank you, B10. We need to get out of here. Live, love. Yeah, and thank you, Mo, for that. Thank you. Okay. Ginger Avenger. But if I have time, if it comes up, I'll try to put something together. I have a couple of odd photos and maybe a little video from a couple of my trips that I could throw it. I'll see how it goes. We'll see. I mean, I just have a few photos. I don't have a whole lot. I mean, I only took about, I don't know, 10, 12,000 photos when I was on that trip in 2018. That was that 64-day trip, but I'll see what I can do. I'll just throw a little something together just to, satisfy the demand, I hope. And then if anybody else is interested in seeing something, then I'll put a couple of more pictures out there. But I just really I just really, it's just for my own, memories. I don't like to share those with people because um, then people think I'm getting above myself or whatever, and I just, I'd rather you guys, you know what I mean. I don't like to show out. But okay, I can if you force me, I'll share something. Well, I'll see what I can do. Give me a couple of days. But I tell you one thing, after you see him, you'll understand why nobody likes to come over because the first thing I want to do is start getting them pictures out. And so nobody really comes over anymore. But yeah, well, I'll see. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I know Duchess of Success has been on already. I don't know if Pedo is doing anything today. Maybe not. Maybe she had a very good weekend, a busy weekend or something. So perhaps not. But anyway, I'm sure she'll be doing something tomorrow, I bet. So, all right. So that's that. Thank you all and love you. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, really? Really? Uh, do you have a link for it? Give us a link. I'll put it up. I don't think I have that on my alerts. But yeah, give me a link and I'll throw it up there. Mm. Hello, Anna Espinoza. How are you? Oh, great. I'm glad. It's good for you. It's good for you. Okay. Oh, there we are. Okay, so let me pin that to the chat. And then you guys can go and check him out. He had a really good one the other day I watched. I forgot what it was. But it was really good. Gosh, what was it? It was oh, I mentioned it too, and now I can't remember. It was oh, what was that one? It was really good though. And I just mentioned it too, and now I can't think of it. Oh well. There goes that sometimers. Sometimes I remember, sometime I don't. Sometimers. Okay. Oh, thank you. I wish my energy was a little better today, but thank you so much. I feel like this has been one of those low energy days. And yesterday it was raining so much. Well, I tell you, I made the mistake, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that does this, but I made the mistake of taking a nap and then I was up all night. And then I end up taking another nap because I get up too early because my body is like, okay, time to get up. And I'm gonna try to fight taking a nap. If I fight napping today, then I'll be okay for tomorrow. But I gotta fight that urge to take that nap. Um, what's that? Let me see. I'm fine. I'm in the hospital. My brother is chemo treatment for 5 days straight. Oh, that takes a lot out, doesn't it? Um, well, great that you're there with him. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's something that no one should have to go through by themselves is going through chemo treatment. I did that with one of my aunts one time where I was taking her to her appointments and I would um I would sometimes go and get coffee or something like that or and then sometimes I would just sit in the waiting area and I would take a nap. Um but just knowing that someone is close is so important. So God bless you for being there. Yeah, but I did that with one of my aunts some time ago, and it was. I was glad to do it. I was very glad to do it. Oh, to say hi to Trenchtown Man on the count of one, two, three. Oh man, yes. Who can forget Trenchtown Man? Uh, yeah, I think we should go out with a Trenchtown Man. I think so. Okay, and no bad energy. Yeah, the rain always gets me though. I don't even have to open the curtains. When I feel that sluggish in the morning, I know. I'm just like, did it rain today? What is happening to me? Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss something here? Oh, you guys, I don't know if I should save this for tomorrow. I'm going to save this for tomorrow. But a very creative squatty has just sent me something. And you guys are going to have to stay in suspense. But tomorrow's Royal Sussex has a new sponsor. And I'll give you a hint, is from the same sponsors of today's Royal Sussex. And that, of course, is Cambridge Co. The Royal No Lie Relaxer. Same sponsor. And I don't know if there's a special with tomorrow's sponsor, but yes, I'm gonna keep you guys in suspense. But we have a new sponsor for tomorrow's Royal Sussex. So, well, is it new or is it kind of the same? Let me see. Oh, but you wait until you guys see it. Oh well, yeah. But it looks like they have a new international spokesperson or you know what I mean, a new image, a new face of uh, Cambridge girls. So you guys just have to stay in suspense. And no, no, nope, 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 nope. You'll have to come back tomorrow, and then you will see who the new face of Cambridge girl, the No Lie Royal Relaxer. You have to just wait until tomorrow to see who the new face of Cambridge Girl, Cambridge Girl. Give your hair a whirl with Cambridge Girl. The No Lie Royal Relaxer. Okay, so that's it then. Uh, oh, B10, you're so sweet for reaching out like that. But yes, it is tough. Yeah. It's one of those things that a lot of us have experienced as um, as we matured and people, and including ourselves, get older. It's one of those things that we experience. But it's so important to be there for people. Oh, oh, Anna, I just saw that. Yeah, everybody in the hospital mobilizes, don't they? Well, I mean, for what it's worth, I'm glad we can keep you company. That's for sure. Otherwise, I suppose you're just there by yourself, and or I hope someone's with you. But if not, I mean, you got us. Let me see. Stephen Black. I was just talking about him. Yeah, Stephen Black. Is he here? Yeah, as a matter of fact, he's the one who found the new face of Cambridge Co. The Royal No Lie Relaxer. He has found the new face. He has made a discovery. The new face of Cambridge Girl. Cambridge Girl for today's modern race baiters. Oh man. Thank you for that, Mo Shannon. I'm pretty sure my neighbor's pets are hiding under the bed with that last note. Cambridge Girl! Okay. Okay, let me see here. I hated my brother's wife is in denial and she still doesn't get it after 2 months. Ooh, that's not good. God's healing, blessing, and comfort to you both. And let me see here. Do I need a reminder? Oh, for the ad tomorrow? Probably. Yeah, yeah. Faith, if you could just say tomorrow. And who is that new sponsor of Royal Sussex, or the new face of Cambridge Girl? If you ask me that, then I'll remember to do it because you know I'm gonna forget, don't you? But I'm gonna try to make sure I don't forget. Yep, you about know me by now. I'll probably forget. Let me see, Cambridge Curls. Oh wait, that's moving. Uh, Let me see. A Cambridge Curl where the only lie is not the one that ruins you. Thank you, April May. It is a very important ingredient, that lie. It seems to do a lot of different things. Some lies can relax your hair, and then other lies can ruin reputations. Okay. Oh, that's very sweet, Mo Shannon. Thanks for saying that. Yes, and thank you, Annie Bennett. See there? We're with you. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So I think, oh, and it's been 2 hours and 34 minutes already. Let me see. Not that I feel like getting out this chair. I am just as content with sitting here for about another 20 minutes, which is bad. But I am kind of content just sitting here. And I didn't have anything to eat yet. Well, actually, I did snack on like a leftover egg roll, I think it was. But I need some food. That Okay. Oh yes, B10. You know I'm doing like I did yesterday. I'm reading comments and just sitting here with my mouth askew, kind of like the that other person. I'm just sitting here with my mouth askew. You know who I'm talking about. I'm just sitting here with my mouth askew. Um, you know how sometimes her mouth be askew. See what I mean? Okay, let me stop talking. I gotta go. Oh man. But okay. Let me see. Here's the Cambridge Grow Gel. Willie needs the Cambridge Glow Grow Gel. No grow, some hair grow. Okay, okay. So that's it then. I'm gonna go. All right. And Creative Life says, Anna, it's a lot. Prayers to you and your brother. My baby boy has cancer. Be sure to take good care of yourself as well. That is also very important. That is very important. You have to take care of yourself as well. Thank you so much for that, Creative Life. All right, guys. All right, so Anna, we are with you. Don't forget that, and we will definitely keep praying for you and your family. Cookies and Cream says, Anna, my thoughts and prayers are with you. My sister-in-law recently had her first round of chemo. Her hair started falling out. She went and had it cut off. She's trying to be strong. Oh, okay. Yeah. That chemo. Oh gosh, that chemo. I've been very close to that myself, and I've seen how it what it does to the body. It is something to behold. I'll say that. Thankful to be alive. Did not have anything to do with this special. Oh, parent to sing and I'll be happy. Oh, thank you. Let me see. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that happened. I just saw another update. Uh, it was nothing. It's something about the bullying claim again. Just another rehash. I got to take that off of my computer. I get those updates while I'm talking, and sometimes it's a bit distracting, but I'm deleting it. There, it is gone. Oh my goodness, I got a ton of them. Okay. All right, you guys. So, let me see. Just want to throw in what I thought. Louise Jefferson's moving up. The San Diego County TV show, affluent areas in Tijuana. Just the slums. Okay. Moving on. I didn't catch on at first. I'm like, oh, moving on. Okay, I got you. You know, I play that sometimes just because I enjoy listening to it. I don't even want to argue with anybody. Moving on up is the best television theme song ever. The best television theme song ever in the history of situation comedies has to be the Jeffersons Moving On Up. No argument, no democracy, moving on up. That was the greatest television theme song, is the greatest television theme song ever in the history of situation comedies. And of that I am unanimous, as Mrs. Slocum would say. And in that I am unanimous. It was Moving On Up. Okay. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go. Anna, I feel bad because I hate leaving you. Um, let me see. The best. I kind of feel like I'm leaving you to sit there by yourself, and I don't want to do that. Um, let me see. Vacation a week ago and missed some of Prince Perv's. I saw something on Twitter. Okay. Okay. All right. So I am. Did we ginger a venture yet? Yeah, we did. I almost forgot about it. Okay, you guys, we are going to go, and I will see you all tomorrow. Our prayers to everyone, of course, because of Squat, we do take care of each other. And Creative Life, there is no song contest. Moving On Up is the best. It's just the best. Or do you have some? Nah, look at that. I'm about to start talking about something else. But did you have any other songs in mind? Now think carefully when you answer. I say Moving On Up was the best song ever. And you say, anyone? Okay. All right. So Moving On Up was the best song ever. Full stop. Okay, thank you, Anna. I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to know. All right, so okay, it's still not the same as the squad, but okay. Um, oh, thank you, B10. Okay. All right, thank you for that, B10. That's beautiful. Thank you. All right. Okay, so long, Elizabeth Daniels. All right. So long, everybody, and we're gonna go. And I hope you're here with us tomorrow, Anna, and we'll keep praying for show as I keep reading stuff. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, once I get up out this chair, then I have to do stuff. So that's why I'm still sitting here. Oh man, I'm lazy today. All right, you guys, you know what? And I still got to make a thumbnail. I didn't even make a thumbnail for today. Maybe I won't make a thumbnail. Maybe I'll do something different and just not make. I don't feel like making a thumbnail. I won't make one today. Well, I'll just leave it just as it is. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just leave it like it is. No, there's no need for a thumbnail. Um, okay, I better make a thumbnail. Okay. Oh, love you all. Thank you, Baron. Oh, Anna, thank you. We love you. And we're here for you. And okay, let me go so I can get about this chair. Oh, oh, okay. You guys, thank you. I am gonna get something to eat and then I'll work on that thumbnail. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, love you guys. See you tomorrow.